Hello everyone, Iron Cameraman here. Today marks day 7 since we started demanding answers from LetBoomSpeak, and I honestly thought this video would be a positive one because there's been a lot of good news. It's Boom's birthday today, a lot of Zach Dorr's strikes got removed, and several of mine disappeared too. YouTube helped clear a huge number of strikes. On my ARM Hav channel, there are 0 strikes left now, so I restored all my videos there. But the moment I sat down to start writing this script, I got a new notification, new strikes on 2 of my channels, Iron Cameraman and ARM Hav. And this time, the reasons are even more ridiculous than before. On Iron Cameraman, the strike came directly from the company on a video that has no skibidi toilet content. And on ARM Hav, I got another strike again for the avatar of a guy in a blue shirt. For those who don't know, the guy in the blue shirt is David. It honestly sounds more like a joke than an actual strike. Let me repeat, the new strike on the Iron channel was on a video called Bye, and the reason listed is skibidi toilet, with the timestamp marked as entire video. So they struck a video for skibidi toilet. Even though it's a new video, and specifically for safety, I didn't include a single skibidi toilet frame in it, just so they'd have no excuse to strike it. And they still did it. At this point, this is straight up abuse of YouTube's strike system. If you don't remember that video or haven't seen it, here it is, super sped up, the whole thing. And as you can see, I'm using only door closer content in the background, completely unrelated to skibidi content. Obviously, YouTube will probably restore this video quickly, but the bigger question is still open. How do we make it so the company stops sending these strikes altogether? At this rate, they could strike a video about amazing digital circus. What's even stopping them at this point? Do they even watch the videos they strike? Or do they just see that Iron uploaded something new and instantly hit it with a strike? So I'm going to try to work this out with YouTube support, to either block strikes from this company or at least force them into manual review, because right now they are openly abusing the strike system. Now let's move on to the strike from David. This one is also interesting because notice the reason, personal portrait/podcast cover. If you look at the timestamp, it again points to those Discord screenshots where David's avatar is visible. But what caught my attention more was the phrase podcast cover. That means David apparently has a podcast somewhere where he uses that blue shirt avatar. At first, I had no idea what podcast they were talking about. Before these strikes, I didn't even know he had one. So I decided to look it up and understand what exactly he struck me for, just to see this podcast cover. And it turns out, David really does have a YouTube channel. I'm obviously not going to show the cover in this video since he values and protects it that much. But here's the funny part. I never showed that cover in any of my videos. I didn't even know his podcast existed. I'm seeing it for the first time. And David issued a strike over his avatar because that same photo is also used in his cover, and somehow he claims that photo is copyrighted, which I seriously doubt. But what matters here is that I showed a publicly available screenshot from his publicly accessible Discord profile with his publicly available avatar that he uses everywhere to represent himself. So even if he actually does have copyright on that blue shirt photo, that doesn't mean he can strike channels over a 2-second Discord screenshot that includes it. And again, this is not a privacy complaint. It's specifically a copyright strike, which in my case does not qualify as copyright infringement and falls under fair use. Although I don't think I even need to explain that. It's obvious you can't just strike channels left and right for using your avatar. It sounds insane, but David decided to go that route, and this isn't the only strike like that. The same kind of avatar strike from David hit YouTube channels Iso Toilet, Super Cameraman, Elite Blue Guy, The Dark Void, and Solanimation Theories. And it feels like splitting the strikes between 2 senders is done on purpose, to maximize the total number of strikes and increase the chances of deleting a channel, since they need to hold 3 strikes for a week. At the same time, it looks like YouTube doesn't approve every claim when it comes to analysis channels, which might be why in my case, they've already started striking videos that don't even contain skibidi toilet at all. That's just my theory at least. When it comes to animations, the strikes go through very easily. Zach Dorr had 9 strikes at peak, and I also got strikes on all 3 of my animations. But even that format didn't fully work for them. Zach Dorr has already successfully removed 7 strikes through YouTube support, and only 2 are left. As for general strike updates, there's not much else new. Right now, Arm Hav has 2 strikes again, even though it was at 0, and Iron Cameraman has 2 strikes as well, even though just yesterday it had 1. So yeah, it's still too early to relax. I have to keep filing appeals and keep working with support. Also, Boom released the full version of Human Being Season 4. A couple interesting details. In the description, he made a hint toward toilet, but didn't finish the word. And in the animation itself, in episode 16, you can spot the letters INV on one of the buildings, obviously referring to invisible narratives, which G-Toilet is destroying. And right at the beginning, in the top right corner, you can spot hidden door closer in the shadows. And of course, don't forget, today is Boom's birthday. He turned 28, so huge congratulations to him. It's honestly unfortunate that his birthday is happening under these circumstances, with him losing the project. But I really hope this dark period is followed by a brighter one, and I wish him the strength to keep creating and keep making new projects for all of us. Thank you for everything you've done. And by the way, even though the strike situation is bad, since new ones keep coming, older strikes are still gradually getting removed. At least in my case and Zach Door's case, we already have successful removals. I don't fully know how things are going for everyone else yet, but their strikes are more recent, so I think they'll be able to remove them soon too. We're trying to help each other with this, so together I think we can solve this. However, guys, if you want to help us, after several waves of strikes already, like 3 or 4 at this point, where 7 YouTubers got hit back to back, it's clear this is going to keep happening regularly. They're going to continue abusing the system. This needs more than just appeals to YouTube. We need a more fundamental solution, and I really hope YouTube support looks into this and takes away their ability to send repeated strikes, because endlessly fighting them off while new ones keep coming is not a real solution. And this is where you can help us, because today and tomorrow I'll be making several big Twitter posts tagging YouTube and possibly others who are close to YouTube and might help. So please, don't forget, subscribe to my Twitter so when those posts go live, we can try to push this into the mainstream or at least get YouTube's attention. This is very important. Around the time this video goes live or shortly after, I'll start posting specifically aimed at YouTube support. At the same time, I'll also be contacting YouTube directly, so tomorrow I might not be able to upload a video. I'll be fully focused on solving this, spending the entire day writing emails to everyone I can reach and posting on Twitter. And by the way, while I was editing this video, another new strike came in on the Arm Hav channel from Invisible Narratives. Right now, that channel is back at 2 strikes, and Iron Cameraman also has 2 as of today. I'll keep updating you in Discord. Hopefully no more will come in, but judging by everything, the company is being extremely aggressive. So guys, we really need to push hard again to fight all of this off. Thanks for watching. See you soon.